Did you hear my stomach just growl?
I know, it looks so
It
good,
looks
doesn't
so
it?
good, yes. Okay, hey, a lot of heat, but not as bad as I was on vacation in Florida, and when we left the airport last night, I thought, well, it's not as hot as Florida. At least the humidity levels are there.
Yes, yes. Obviously, you get a lot more humidity down in Florida. But, you know, today, at least parts of the state, we're dealing with that humidity. Really, eastern Oklahoma is seeing kind of the worst of it right now. But Oklahoma City and areas west, the dew points have been a little bit lower, but that also allows that air temperature to be even hotter. So no matter how you look at it, it's going to be hot. It's going to stay hot. It's already hot. It's a hot day. We've got lots of sunshine, though. We do have some high clouds moving in, and some of those have been kind of thinning out, though, over the last 30 minutes or so. Now let's go to Links 1 and just kind of give you some information that might make you feel a little bit better. We have not hit 100 degrees yet here in Oklahoma City for the entire year. We have not done that. Last year was a lot worse. We did that 24 times last year. We also had 92 days where we at least hit 90 degrees, and so far we've only done that 26 times here in Oklahoma City. Now today, we're gonna get really close to 100. I think we're gonna stay just under there. This is our National Cowboy Museum camera up of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Mostly sunny, 94 degrees, a southwest wind at 16, wind gust at 23, the dew point's at 65, so it does feel more like 97 degrees already. Temperatures range from the upper 80s in the northeast to the mid and upper 90s in the northwest, but lots of low 100s now showing up in south central and southwest Oklahoma. And here's what the dew points look like. Lots of low to even some mid 70s, really east of I-35. But the farther west you go, it's a little bit drier. But again, that's where that air temperature will be a little bit higher as well. But heat indices for most of us, upper 90s, low 100s. It already feels like 101 degrees in Kingfisher. So heat advisories for pretty much everyone, even though we technically have some counties that are not under that. It's still going to be very hot. So really just got to pay attention and kind of limit your time outdoors, stay hydrated, just make sure you take those necessary heat precautions. The southwest wind's not really providing a whole lot of relief, although we're seeing some gusts as high as around 25 to 30, especially west of I-35. But again, we're not the only ones dealing with this. The heat dome just out to the west, lots of heat advisories all across the plains. We're already at 93 in Austin, 97 down in Dallas, and lots of low 100s out to the west. It's 100 degrees right now in Las Vegas. And the heat dome, it's going to continue to move off to the east over the next several days, so it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. What that's going to do, though, is pretty much shut off those rain chances and keep temperatures climbing to at least around the upper 90s and low 100s for quite some time. As we get into about midweek of next week, it does look like that heat dome kind of suppresses itself a little bit and maybe kind of moves a little bit farther off to the east, and then we could start to see temperatures fluctuate a little bit more, but we're just going to hold steady for a while. So today, looking for a high of about 98 in Oklahoma City, 101 in Alva, 101 in Altus, 100 degrees today in Lawton. Now, later this evening, there is the slightest chance that we maybe get a couple of sprinkles across the far north, but most of us will likely end up staying dry. For this afternoon, the bigger issue really for southwest Oklahoma is because it has been so dry, and that's where we still have a big drought going on, and the humidity is going to be low, and we could see wind gusts as high as around 35 at times today. The fire threat will need to be watched this afternoon. Overnight, temperatures drop down into the mid and upper 70s, so we're going to stay warm. Not a bad start to tomorrow, but tomorrow afternoon we should wind up in the upper 90s again, but 101 in Ponca City, 101 in Alva, 101 in Altus, and 100 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Lawton. By tomorrow night and into Thursday morning, there is again just a slight chance we get maybe a couple of raindrops in far western Oklahoma, but not really enough to actually do anything. Thursday afternoon, we're going to be back in the upper 90s, but 103 in Alva, 103 in Hobart, 104 degrees in Altus, and eastern Oklahoma seeing the low to upper 90s. And these temperatures, they're just going to stay steady. In fact, we're going to flirt with about 100 degrees for the next several days. By Monday, I think it could be a little bit more of a possibility. So we're actually going to go with that century mark there. But Lisa, it just looks hot.